Model 1, Lecture 5, The Power of International Negotiation. International negotiation has been one of the most persuasive processes in world politics since the dawn of recording history. Yet it has been the subject of far less political science research than other aspects of international relations such as war and international institutions. The international negotiations are much more complex than the ones conducted domestically. The main reason why this is the case lies in the different in negotiations cultures. These differences have a great impact on negotiations behavior, and in international negotiation become even intensified by the perception of the participants. As demonstrated by various research results, the differences in cultures are manifested in distinct differences between negotiating styles are typical for these cultures. This does not mean that all members of a particular culture negotiate in the same way, but rather than the patterns of behavior which are typical for most of them. To be successful in international negotiation arena, negotiators need to develop high sensitivity to cultural factors, identify and pursue a culturally responsive strategy most appropriate in a given negotiation setting, but at the same time acknowledge and consider also individual and structural aspects occurring in this setting. Negotiations are essential mechanism for the peaceful resolution of disputes and for maintaining stability in international relations. Negotiation can and should contribute to predictability, equity, and security among states. In achieving these goals, negotiation become important confidence-building measures. Negotiations has always been an important alternative to the use of force in maintaining international disputes. The increasing role of negotiation and of international organization for maintaining the system of international order for achieving states' interest policies through peaceful means has produced a fundamental evolution in the agenda, functions, and intensity of international negotiations. International negotiation is, as it says, international. It is about negotiation between countries. International negotiation occurs all the time between governments and is the main subject in this page. It also happened between individuals and companies, where the traps and tricks of cross-border negotiation can ensnare even the most experienced home country negotiators. International negotiation is often not just between individual people, but between large delegations, each of which is well organized and where every person has specialized and skilled work. There may be cultural experts, linguists, and subject specialists, as well as the chief negotiator and support negotiators. In a complex negotiation, there may be multiple and interline sub-negotiations going on at the same time. For example, there are trade negotiation includes a deal involving various industries and interests. International negotiation often happens between many countries at the same time. They may be band together in economic blocs such as European Union, or develop shorter-term strategic alliances such as where smaller countries band together to confront a dominant larger nation. Such collective negotiations are often as much marriages of convenience as a joint action of true friends. Whilst international relationships are essential, each country eventually puts its own need above the needs of others. Even when countries go to war on behalf of one another, the ultimate goal is still national at root. International negotiation can be about life and death, literally, or even survival of the entire planet. In the Cold War period, Russia and America engaged in an endless series of strategic arms limitation talks to prevent a horrors of mutually assured destruction. More recently, negotiations on limiting global warming have met with the limited success that may yet, depending on who you believe, lead to even more damaging outcomes than nuclear war. The madness of not agreeing on matters of global survival illustrates well the difficulties of international negotiation. It is easy on the international stage to paint yourself into a corner and for personal posturing and political ambitions to morph into extreme and ultimately foolish acts. International negotiation requires the ability to meet special challenges and deal with the unknown. Even those experience is cross-communication work against their own best interest during international negotiation. Skilled business negotiators know how to analyze each situation, set up negotiation in ways that are advantageous for their side, cope with cultural differences, deal with foreign bureaucracies, and manage the international negotiation process to reach a deal. The program on negotiation notes that in any international negotiation, several critical tactics should be considered. Research your counterparts and background and experience. Enlist an advisor from your counterpart's culture. Pay close attention to unfolding negotiation dynamics. Researchers have confirmed a relationship between national culture and negotiation style and success. An ongoing project sponsored by the Northwestern University's Disputes Resolution Research Center is exploring the link between processes and outcomes, specifically how cultural tendencies lead to certain process choices, which in turn can lead to better or worse negotiation results. For example, why conventional wisdom tend to hold there is a strength in numbers. Some cultures may dislike being faced with sizable negotiating team, or poisoning the negotiation right from the start. At the same time, diplomatic negotiation, such as those between the US and Iran over the nuclear capabilities, can be quite different from business negotiation. For example, it is critical to maintain a reputation for impartiality and to be aware how your international goals potentially interact and contradict, so you can establish a consistency in your relation with groups you are trying to woo. Thank you for your attention.